10 couple sleeping positions and their real meanings. Even in the happiest couples, a lot of things are often left unsaid, such as "stop hogging the blankets." However, when we fall asleep, our subconscious wakes up and spills all the beans. Keep watching to find out what you and your partner's sleeping position reveals about your relationship. And be sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell to join us on the bright side. Number 1. Spooning. A study conducted by relationship psychologist Corinne Sweet showed that 18% of couples pick this classic sleeping position. And it's a good sign, since spooning indicates intimacy and deep understanding between partners. This position also shows your roles in the relationship. If you're the big spoon, you're protective of your partner and can even be a bit possessive at times. If you're the little spoon, you trust your partner and feel secure by their side. Paradoxically, if your bond becomes stronger over time, this sleeping position usually turns into a looser spoon with a bit of space between you. It means that you understand each other way more now and don't feel the need to constantly touch one another to know you're loved. Number 2. Head on the chest. Often called nuzzling, this sleeping position is certainly one of the most powerful indicators of a happy couple. According to Patty Wood, a body language expert and the author of Success Signals, A Guide to Reading Body Language, the partner who puts their head on the other's chest shows their dependence, while the one who sleeps on their back demonstrates their power and desire to protect their other half. All in all, the head on the chest position is a sign of deep trust and confidence in your beloved. Number 3. Back to back. Sleeping back to back can have completely different meanings depending on the space between you two. If your backs are touching, it shows that you're an established couple that values their space but manages to keep that connection with one another. You're okay doing things separately, and you enjoy your special romantic bond. However, if there's a wide space between your bodies, it may be a red flag that something's wrong in the relationship. This is especially true if you were cuddly sleepers before, and then it suddenly changed. Of course, your partner might just need more space while sleeping, you know? But if it continues to bother you, just talk to them. After all, communication is the most important part of any relationship. Number 4. Face-to-face. Sleeping with your faces and bodies turned toward each other is a position that signifies emotional connection. If you and your partner are touching during face-to-face sleeping, it means that you want the same things and understand each other perfectly. Your relationship is effortless and harmonious, so you certainly don't have to worry about any emotional imbalance. Unfortunately, the same thing can't be said about couples who face each other while sleeping but don't touch. According to Corinne Sweet, all this space between you shows that you both crave more intimacy and close communication in the relationship, but you're not getting it. If this sounds like you, then just talk it through and listen to each other. With a little effort from both sides, you can close that gap for sure. Number 5. Sleeping on your stomachs. If both you and your partner are big fans of sleeping on your stomach, this could be a sign of a little trouble in your personal paradise. Patty Wood describes this unusual couple sleeping position as an indicator of possible anxiety, vulnerability, and even lack of sexual trust. Think about it. In this position, you have no connection, intimacy, or closeness whatsoever. If this is your partner's go-to position but not yours, try cuddling up to them next time so they feel more protected. Nonverbal signals are just as important as spoken ones, so make sure they feel loved and appreciated in this union. Number 6. Hand touching. Sleeping at a certain distance while still holding hands or staying connected through any other minimal touch shows that both of you are confident in the relationship. You don't need any over-the-top gestures to know that your partner is head over heels in love with you. Hillary Thompson, a wellness consultant with Sleep Train, says that minimal touch is just a little reminder of your presence and the affection you give to each other. So you can sigh with relief. Your subconscious confirms that your relationship is on top of its game. Number 7. Leg hugging. Intertwining your legs together while sleeping is another great sign for your relationship. Even if you don't really sleep that close to one another, this leg hugging shows your bond with your partner and your desire for deeper emotional and physical connection. Patty Wood also says that couples who sleep like this function as a unit, take care of one another, and think alike. Though, if leg hugging rarely happens naturally, and it's often either you or your partner who initiates it, it signifies that one of you is more involved in the relationship, while the other partner feels a bit distant. You may want to talk about it and find out what's bugging your significant other. Number 8. Tangling. Now, tangling is a popular sleeping position among couples who just started dating. This is that stage of any new relationship where you just can't get enough of each other. And that's not exactly what this position signifies. But believe it or not, sleeping with your arms and legs tangled up throughout your whole relationship isn't a good sign, at least according to psychotherapist Elizabeth Flynn Campbell. On the contrary, it shows that you're too dependent on each other. But if you're one of those couples who start with tangling and then naturally move apart, then congrats. It's a perfect balance between romantic connection and independence, which is always a sign of a healthy couple. Number 9. One of the partners dominates the bed. If you or your partner prefer a starfish position and take up a whole lot of space while sleeping, it's really not a good sign. It basically indicates a selfish person who wants to be in charge at all times. Another important factor is whether your heads are at the same level. The partner whose head is closer to the headboard is usually the one who's in control. The partner whose head is lower may struggle with a lack of self-esteem. But if you feel like this describes your relationship dynamic pretty well and it bothers you, again, just open up a dialogue. But if you're the one who dominates the bed, then take a second and think about how your other half must feel while being pushed to the other side of the mattress every night. Maybe it's time to give other sleeping positions a try. Your partner will certainly appreciate the effort. Number 10. Sleeping in separate beds. The reasons behind a couple sleeping in different beds can vary from comfort issues and snoring to really serious problems in the relationship. If you two just prefer to sleep separately, but other than that, your relationship is totally fine, you may be missing a lot more than you think. Hillary Thompson confirms this too, saying that such couples miss out on the strong subconscious bonding that sleeping together with your partner can give you. This slowly leads to additional distance and separation in your conscious relationship. However, if your significant other was always in for sleeping together and then suddenly decided to go solo, this is a major red flag that you should never ignore. It basically means that it's time to have an honest conversation about your relationship. Don't judge or get mad. Just listen to what your partner has to say. Only complete honesty can help you find the crack in your relationship so that you can fix it together. Now, one thing we didn't cover here is when you have a threesome. Yeah, you, your partner, and the dog or cat who shares the bed with you. Did I say share? I meant hogs the bed. What do you do then? Well, that's an idea for a future video, you think? Anyway, to wrap this one up, did any of these descriptions match with your couple dynamic? Tell us in the comment section below. Don't forget to give this video a like, share it with your friends, and click subscribe. Always stay on the bright side of life.